What's up, everybody? How you doing? Welcome back to another episode of Cafetalk. I'm here, as always, with my friend Jolin. How you doing, Jolin?
You know what? I'm doing all right.
Yeah, you're doing pretty good.
Doing pretty good.
You're looking fine. I tell you that much.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You're pretty good too.
No, thank you. Yeah, I feel good today. It's been a good day so far. Trying to start it out. I haven't had coffee yet, and it's weird. I'm gonna tell you something right now. I eat a lot of spicy foods.
I think we established that in the last episode.
Did we really?
Yeah, we talked about spicy food.
I do not. Wait, what did we?
Oh
yeah, we talked about the habanero and
spicy,
stuff.
Yeah,
okay, I remember that.
Come on.
I'm sorry. My mind is somewhere else. But yeah, the reason why I brought this up is because I really enjoy spicy foods, and normally I don't get any heartburn or anything like that unless I eat a bunch of it. In one day, 7 servings of something spicy. Or
oh my god,
something like that.
That's too much.
Yeah, right. That's when I get heartburn or acid reflux or whatever. But normally, if I just eat normal, sauces on my tacos or whatever, that doesn't affect me at all. Yet, ice cold water gives me heartburn or fucking acid reflux. I don't know what it's called. It just makes my esophagus burn more than any spice I have ever tried, and I have no idea why.
That's weird.
Even right now, I have a nice ice cold cup of water right now, and I've been drinking it, and I feel it on the top of my stomach just hurting for some reason, and I'm just is that bad? Should I go to the doctor? Or is that just water that's just affecting me?
I don't know. Maybe you're just confusing the sensation for cold water with heartburn.
Maybe.
Or I don't know. That's weird. I've never heard of.
Because it makes me burp too, and even if I haven't eaten, it's weird. Anyway, maybe I should look into it.
Yeah, definitely.
You get anything like that, Jolin? You ever get heartburn when you're gonna fall asleep?
I have moderate acid reflux. So after I eat, I'll burp a lot and it'll burn. But
you good?
Yeah, I'm good. I don't really get heartburn or anything like that.
All right, for sure. That's good. It's good to hear you're healthy. Yeah.
I wouldn't say I'm healthy.
I mean, healthy enough. Shit. You're still living good. Yeah. Still living the high life, Just going up there in those rich people folks and swimming in their pools. I see you there, Jolin. All right, TFTI, motherfucker.
No, Victor, it's not like that.
No, it's definitely like that. I see how it is. So we were talking about what games we wanted to play on our channel, and honestly, it's kind of difficult to decide on what we should bring up to the audience that we have so far. But we're also talking about skits and stuff, so maybe you guys could help us out. Help us, in the comments. Let us know what you're interested in hearing us talk about or just hearing us do. We have some plans of cooking shows, teaching you guys how to make some recipes.
Yeah. All that and more.
Exactly. So
because little do people know, Victor is actually an amazing chef.
Oh.
He's won 3 Michelin stars around the world. Has 24 cooking books. He owns 2 restaurants in Paris, France.
But I go by a different name. I'm not Victor. I am.
He's Gordon Ramsay.
I told you not to tell anybody. All right. Maybe that's why everybody, that's why I love beef Wellington.
Have you had a beef Wellington?
I've actually tried making a beef Wellington, but it was not beef. It was pork or something. I forgot what it was. No, it wasn't pork. It was lamb. It was lamb. So I was it just wasn't beef Wellington. You know what I mean? So I can't say I've had beef Wellington. It was amazing. The process of making it with was it not even Dijon? It's what's that mustard?
Is it whole grain mustard?
Yeah, it's the one that still has the little seeds in it. Yeah. So process of smearing that with the puff pastry and then adding the mushrooms and another mixture inside the meat before you cook it, it just gives it a whole depth of flavor that I actually was not expecting from it. It's really good.
Fair enough. So that was something I kind of wanted to talk about today. So it's a first for our podcast series.
Yeah, what are you thinking?
It's kind of a little bit about cars.
Ooh. Okay, that's
A little
good.
bit. I mean, I just wanted to like touch up on the topic because
No, go ahead.
like I myself, I consider myself to be a car person.
I consider you a car expert. I'll tell you that
No,
much.
I'm not an expert.
Well, I mean, from my point of view, you're an expert just because like I don't know the terminology. I'm just more of like a.
See, it's funny because you consider me to be an expert, yet you're the one who's like rebuilt an engine and I haven't. I can't even like rebuild my lawnmower engine.
Well, yeah, but I mean that's not because I know what every single piece it's called. I just like I remember what piece goes here and what piece did that. So
I guess I don't know. Anyways,
more of like
the reason why I wanted to bring it up is because I'm not in the process of buying my first car, but I'm preparing myself to buy a car.
Oh, I see.
Like I'm starting to save up money,
Yeah.
and I'm thinking about what kind of car I want and like just the general gist of like a car. And obviously like certain things that I want in a car is like it has to be a 4-cylinder engine because I'm cheap as fuck and I don't want to spend a lot of money on gas.
I was gonna say that gas mileage, man.
Gas is
crazy.
expensive.
Yeah.
I wanted to have like a manual transmission just because I want to learn how to drive stick. I don't really care if it's front wheel, rear wheel, or all-wheel drive. Part of me, so my car history just comes from me admiring cars.
Yeah.
And like I like all cars. I like 60s cars. I like American Muscle. I like JDMs, Europeans, hot hatches. I appreciate all cars.
Yeah.
But the car that I kind of feel like getting for my first car is an 85 Celica GT or Celica GTS because my dad had that car when he was around my age.
Hey.
Yeah, and he like loved that car.
It was great.
Yeah, like so for any of you who live in the LA County, you guys know how long the 710 is from Long Beach all the way to around the Bell area.
Is it?
It's kind of long. It's a good like 10 miles.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah. So back in the day, my dad had a Celica GTS, and my uncle had I think like a Toyota Camry. And they basically raced. Yeah, they basically raced from Long Beach to back home in Bell. And my dad beat him, and he was like, "How fast are you going?" He's like, "I don't know. My speedometer stops at 100, but my RPM kept on going." So he was like driving down, hitting like 5,000 RPM,
Damn.
and his speedometer couldn't keep up.
That's crazy.
And he just like loved the car because Toyotas make pretty good engines.
And to make super reliable ones too. That's
they're
good.
very
That's
reliable.
a great part.
So like as an homage, I kind of want to get one as my first car, but then part of me wants to just like get some kind of Subaru because it's like the most practical.
So for those that wouldn't know how a Celica would look, how would you describe a Celica?
So the one that I'm thinking of, I'll put a picture, but just to describe it, it's like the iconic 80s car. Like it's super boxy, it's small, has pop-up headlights.
Oh man, that's great.
Well, the Celica that I'm thinking about, it doesn't have the full pop-up. It's like the front of the car kind of slopes, and then from the slope, the light kind of just lifts up. Whereas like other ones, the light, like say in the 2003 Corvettes, they like lift up all the way.
Yeah. Okay. So from that one, it would just lift up so that the hood just goes straight rather than the headlights making it go up.
Yeah.
Okay, I get you. That's cool, man. I like that. Just that visual, it's great.
Yeah, so that's what I'm thinking about getting for my first car. But other than that, like I love reading about cars, learning about cars. Just like a lot of car enthusiasts, like my dream car is to get like a Toyota Supra.
Yeah. Oh hell
like
yeah.
the Mark IV.
What year?
The Mark IV is like the 95 Supras.
Yeah.
That or a Nissan Silvia, the S14s. Those are beautiful cars.
Wait, with Nissan Silvias?
Yeah, it's a 240 SX. It's hard to describe. There's not a lot of them.
Oh, okay. So it's rare to find?
Yeah, it's pretty rare. Hi.
Hey, good morning.
So S14 Silvias are kind of hard to find because not a lot of people bought them when they came out. And then the ones that you find now, they're extremely modified.
Ooh, so they don't even look at all just how they were in stock?
No, like they don't have the same like SR engines.
Yeah.
They probably have different aftermarket body plates,
of
body
course.
panels, things like that. But yeah, I don't know. Cars are interesting. They're fun to read about, to look at.
Where do you get your information from cars? Like, where if you want to research a car that you don't know much about, and you were thinking like, hey, you know, I just want to figure out what this car has, where would you go yourself personally find all this information? Where would you research it? Do you have like a specific place, or you just like Google it and try to read up?
Just Wikipedia.
Yeah.
Like so say somebody tells me about like not a brand new car, but just a car that I've never heard about. I'll probably just Wikipedia it, look at like its production year, how many were made, the types of engines, and then most likely my next step is to review the engine, see how good it is. So like a lot of reasons why people want like the AE86 Corollas, which they became famous because of the initial D animation.
Yeah.
Aside from that, they're also famous because that was like the Drift King's choice of car. But the main reason why a lot of them became famous is because the engine in the AE86 Corolla, the 4AGE, is like an unbelievably amazing engine.
The 4AGE?
Yeah.
Okay, yes. Yeah, I know. I thought you said HE. I was like, okay.
No. So the 4AGE is also shared with the Toyota MR2. And I think that's it. But like what makes the engine great is like it's small, it's a 4-cylinder, it's reliable because it's Toyota, and it also like stock.
It hauls ass.
Yeah, it revs to like 7,500 RPM.
Yeah. Oh man, that's crazy.
And that's crazy for a tiny engine.
Yeah, definitely.
And then obviously there are like other Toyota engines like the 1JZ, the 2JZ. Yeah.
So you recently turned me to this YouTube channel. I don't know if you guys ever want to check them out. They're Donut Media. We're not promoting them. This is just me trying to get the word out. This is just relevant for my story. You recently showed me this Donut Media video, and from then on, that's where I heard first time ever I heard about the engine of the 2JZ or the 1JZ, and they used pictures of like Jay-Z.
Oh yeah,
and
Donut Media is great. I love their editing.
That was too funny. I was laughing so hard right there.
They're great. I love them.
And that helped me remember it easily just because of that visual. I was just it's too funny, bro. That was good. But yeah, that channel helped me a lot to understand some of what I didn't know at all, and I was able to even just contribute even a little bit in the slightest way here and there from that.
Yeah, definitely. And I mean, a lot of people probably ask like, oh, where did you start as a car guy? Like, how did you even become a car person or interested in cars? Like, part of that comes from my dad because he had a pretty good history of cars when he came to America.
Yeah.
Another part is from our friend Edward because his first car is a '72 Ford Maverick.
Oh yeah, that's great.
And then he started me on the whole like American muscle.
Is it a '72?
It's a '72. Yeah. I always thought it was like a '67 or something, but he's like, no, it's a '72.
Because I remember that's like one topic for debate we always bring up for like in our group.
No, I've seen pictures of other '72 Mavericks and they look exactly like his.
All right, for sure, '72. All right. Definitely. He's the one that started it.
And then Danny himself, his dad owns a an auto shop.
Yeah.
He loves German imports, and like the three of us, whenever we're together, like sooner or later, the topic of cars comes up.
Yep.
To the point where like you've gotten involved.
Yeah.
And great. You know some facts about cars.
And if anything, like even when I can't contribute anything, it's amazing how much you guys know. It's always fun to just listen in on like your conversations, just see like what new things I could learn from you guys. It's great.
Yeah. Yeah, that's all I have to say about cars. I mean, are there any cars that you want? They don't have to be classics. They could be like brand new. If you want like the new Bugatti Chiron.
Actually, yeah, I've always been into like the super. I wasn't really big into like cars overall, just mainly because growing up, my dad wasn't into it either. He was a mechanic in Mexico, but he was a motorcycle mechanic.
No.
And he tried to show me everything he knew, but we never had a motorcycle to work on, so we could never have like reference points to it. So he would just tell me, and then I would quickly forget about it the next day, that type of stuff. And he himself didn't know much about cars, the differences or the engines or anything like that. So, and then we didn't have money to buy new cars or just like experiment with other cars. So in the end, I was just in this limbo of knowledge when it came to that. So, what was your question? Sorry.
Oh, like, are there any cars that you're interested in?
Oh yeah, so I grew up mainly
like
on
old, new. Are there any like what's your dream car? Like, what's your reasonable car?
Yeah.
Any weird, like, crazy experiments you want to do with a car?
So
anything about cars.
So as growing up, I always just TV, movies and stuff, and it's always the best, the highest, most expensive cars, supercars and stuff like that. I started researching into it, and the car that I most recently found out that I really want to get, but it's like my dream car because I know I won't ever get it, is the Pagani Huayra. It's really weird.
Yeah.
It's really weird to pronounce it. I really like it, mainly just like the first time I ever saw the Pagani, it had the 4 exhausts right in the center of the back of the car. I loved it. As soon as I saw that design, I was like, that's my car. I want that car. I enjoyed it, and then that's when I researched into it, and I found about the Huayra, and I was like, oh, I want that one. But it's super expensive. It's a
I forget
supercar.
if it's the Huayra or the Zonda. I think it's the Huayra. The Huayra is named after like an Incan or a Chilean or something from South America. It's named after a South American god of the wind.
Oh yes,
yeah,
yes. That's true. Yes,
because yeah, because it's just, like, that god can travel at the speed of wind, and that's why Pagani chose the name.
Yep, it's great. It just matches it so well too.
Yeah, definitely.
Just cuts through the wind like easy. But as more reasonable car, I would I haven't really thought about it, just because I just want a car that gets me from one point
yeah,
to
for
point
sure.
B.
Because that's what a car is for.
Yeah. So honestly, I have no preference, no choice. I would love to get a Tesla Model S. Oh.
Yeah.
That's more of a reachable car, more of a mid-range. Like, I could definitely get it if I set my mind to it. And as for a cheap car that I wouldn't mind driving, I mean, hell, I own a 1994 Nissan Altima right now, and it's great. I mean, that car is tiny. It's fuel efficient.
In the future,
4 cylinders. In
the future, if like if our YouTube channel grows to the point where like we can actually do this. I always had a plan where like we took your little green car and we turned it into a track car. That would be great.
Oh man, that'd be awesome.
It'd be like the ultimate sleeper car.
So, speaking of my green car though, I have really bad news when it comes to that. My engine is completely destroyed.
Oh damn.
My dad found out that the engine is leaking water into the gas container.
Oh, that's horrible.
Yeah, and he said that it's no turning back from that. That's literally like the end of its life.
Damn.
So either you have to replace the whole engine or just scrap the car. And I was like, he wants to scrap it. He wants to get like the tow truck and just send it to like the scrapyard and just get like whatever we can from it. But if we can, or someone wants to buy it or something, we could just sell them like the case itself, like the chassis or the body. Yeah. Because the engine is just, it's gone. It's no.
Yeah, I see.
No more. So I have to give it a funeral. Probably send it on its journey.
Yeah.
It's great. I had that for like 2 years now. No, actually 3 years. The car supported me for 3 years, so I'm happy. Damn, that's oh my god, Jesus! I just blew my own mind. I've had it for 3 years. Jeez, I bought it when I left high school, and that was, oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Time passes by so fast.
I don't know. It's crazy because the car that I have right now, which I still don't really drive because I don't have insurance. Yeah. Like, I just recently got my license. It's a 2007 Corolla S.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, like, that car is a second hand me down because my parents bought it brand new and it was my mom's daily driver. Then when she got a new car, they handed it down to my sister and she daily drove it. And then now, since my sister is in Berkeley, it's basically mine. And like, there's so many memories in that car. Like, that car has gone everywhere. We've driven it to San Fran and back multiple times. We've driven it to as far south as like Culiacan.
Ooh, nice.
And we've back. We've gone to Arizona in it. It's just like, that car has done everything.
That car lived a full life right there.
Given it has almost like 150,000 miles.
Damn, yeah.
And it's still going strong. I feel like there's a little junk in the in the fuel. I cleaned the trunk.
Hey.
No, there's like a little clog in like the fuel injector or the fuel pump because it's not getting as much. It doesn't sound as good as it did brand new. Or it's just getting worn out.
Yeah, you could just fix that though.
Yeah, but I have no complaints with the car. I really like it. It hauls in very low RPMs. It's great.
Still good though. Sounds great though. Well, I was gonna ask you about that car. Those stickers, the bumper stickers. I noticed you guys had. I think there's one that said my daughter is. What is it?
She's an honor roll.
Honor roll. Yeah. There you go. Yeah, that was from when your mom was driving you, right?
Yeah.
She would like stick it on. Yeah, that's funny how bumper stickers are like pretty much permanent. It's hard to take off.
Yeah.
My dad had like 3 or 4 bumper stickers on his like 2001 Chevy Malibu. He put 4 bumper stickers of like Don Chente.
What?
Like, yeah, it's a radio station over here in LA. That's Don Chente La Mañana or something like that.
Isn't it Don Cheto?
Don Cheto? Yeah, something like
Don
that.
Chente is a taco place.
There you go. Don Cheto then. And they were having a promotion where it's like, oh, hey, we spot you with more than 4 or 3 bumper stickers, you could win up to $100,000. But, you have to pass by our... when we're having our events here and there.
Yeah. And
my dad just did it in hopes that he was driving by, they would notice him, and then like he would win. But he never went near wherever they were having the events, so those bumper stickers were pretty much permanent. He tried taking off like 2 of them, and he almost like peeled off the paint from the bumper. He was like, no, that's it. Like those last 2 are permanent. I'm not messing with that.
For sure.
Or El Piolín. That's what it was. El Piolín en la mañana. There you go. That's what it's called. But bumper stickers are crazy. So, Jordan, what's the craziest thing you've gotten in the mail? Whether you bought it, whether someone else bought it, whether it was yours or not yours, like you just accidentally mailed.
There's 2 things.
What's the craziest mail story?
So one of the most recent one, like when I was back in my old dorm at UCI, I looked in my mailbox and there was a package from I don't know where, and I opened it and there was a scarf.
Oh, nice!
And it was a really nice scarf, and it was like a unisexual one, and I was like, screw it, I'm not gonna send it back. I'm keeping it, and I still have the scarf. And
they
I love
just
that
say
scarf.
They lost it or something.
Yeah, it's great. But the
you still have it?
I still have it.
Oh, that's
I like
dope.
it.
Nice.
I like it a lot. It's like cotton cashmere.
Oh,
it's really comfortable.
Oh, that sounds nice.
But the craziest thing I've ever gotten in the mail was when I was a sophomore in high school. I got a letter from, what was it, the Miss America's beauty pageant. And it was addressed to me. It was like, Dear Joel and Reed.
Oh my goodness,
like, we would love it if you would come to our convention in Pasadena. You can stay in a hotel for one day, one night. We would love it if you would like try out for our beauty pageant. And I was so tempted to go.
Why did
just because if my mom was like, no, forget it. Like, you're not going.
Your name is on the list.
Exactly. Like, I wanted to go, and then they'll be like, I think you're in the wrong place. And I'll show them the letter and be like, I don't think I am.
This was sent personally to me.
I am Joel and Reed. I have a California license. You guys sent me this. I want to try out. That was the craziest thing I've ever gotten in the mail.
Imagine you're the only guy trying out to that beauty pageant.
That would be funny because at the same time there were girls in our high school who got the same letter and who were actually auditioning.
Really?
Yeah.
I did not know. Oh, was that Brenda? Was Brenda one of them?
I was gonna say like without naming names.
There was multiple Brendas. There's multiple Brendas.
Yeah.
But just for us, was Brenda one of them?
Yeah, and so was Song.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah, they were trying out for the pageant.
I didn't know that.
And I told her about it, and she was like laughing her ass off, and she was just like, "You should try out." But I was like, I made a joke like they don't make size 13 men's heels, and like I don't have a talent. So
you just gotten some like what is it? What are those called? Those shoes?
Platforms.
Yeah, the platforms. You should have gotten that. I'm just gotten all strut the stuff, Joe.
Right.
Oh man, that's hilarious! You should definitely have.
I saw a picture of that letter.
You should post that up. This shit's funny.
Yeah, definitely.
Post it up on like a Thursday, Throwback Thursday, and be like, throwback to the day where I almost became a beauty queen.
Yeah.
Oh man, I don't think I'm gonna be able to top that. That's crazy.
What's the craziest thing you got in the mail? Severed horse's head? No kidding.
Oh, speaking of that, just a quick segment right now. I found a website that lets you send what was it, 5 pounds of feces of your animal of choice to any person, whether that be your enemy, your friend as a joke, or your family member. They and it's anonymous. It's anonymous too. It's just like they don't say who sent it. They don't say who is receiving it. They just get an address, leave the box there, and whoever sees it sees it. And it's just a big old box full of, I think, gorilla feces, elephant feces, or I think like buffalo feces or something like that. And I was just like, that's hilarious. I don't know who decided to put up that website, but that is funny as shit.
That's pretty funny, but still, that's disgusting.
Oh man, I've actually contemplated using that website more than once on like a few people that just been like a pain on my side, but you know, it's just as a joke. I just wanted to fuck with them.
Oh my god, I could think of a couple people.
Yeah. So the craziest thing I've ever gotten on the mail would also the same as you. I got two things. One of them was it's not really crazy, but it just got my hopes up. Like, well, not really get my hopes up. It was more of just like completely and utterly unexpected, because I was like, I didn't even apply. I got an acceptance letter from what college was it? Some college in Houston, Texas, and it was like, "Dear Victor Gutierrez, we are proudly." It was a whole full package of
really?
like it was one of those manila colored packages that came with like the student handbook and the map of the campus and like all this other stuff. And they were like, "Congratulations, you've been accepted into Texas Houston University," or something like that. We're more than excited to have you join our student council or whatever. I didn't read through it. All I saw was that I didn't apply to this. So I called them up. I was like, "Hey, am I really accepted?" I was actually contemplating on going if I was. Like, I was getting a full ride for free. So I was like, fuck it, free college. But then they were like, "Oh, what's your name?" "It's Victor Gutierrez. I live here and there." And they were like, "No, we didn't send anything out to you." And then I had to actually email them a picture of everything I got. And they fixed it out. And they're like, "Sorry about that. We actually meant to send it to another person out in LA. We don't know how it happened, but they fixed it." The point was they fixed it. Got my hopes up a bit, because I was going to get like free college out of state. But in the end, it wasn't me. So I was like, all right, cool. Glad they fixed it. The second craziest thing I've ever gotten was something I wish I'd never seen.
Well, what is it?
It was a Sports Illustrated magazine, the swimsuit edition. It wasn't for me. It was for my cousin. And
well, you guys can't see, but I'm basically frowning.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was kind of nasty, because as soon as I saw it and I brought it in, he tried to deny that he applied to that at all, to Sports Illustrated. And I was like, "Hey man, I was trying to be cool about it. I was just like, "Hey man, like, you got this magazine for you, like, hey, probably got some good pictures in there, like trying to coax him." And he's like, "Who is this? Who gave this to you?" And I was like, "It was in the mail." "That's not mine. I swear. That's not mine. I don't know who gave this to you." And he's like, "It has your name on it, dude." He's like, No. Just take that back. Give that to the mailman." I was like, "The mailman's gone. What the fuck? Just take it. It's a free magazine. And on top of that, swimsuit edition. Like, I'm pretty sure you can have some fun with it. Like, go have fun." He's like, "I don't know what you're implying, but I don't do that." And he like threw it on the floor and went and locked himself in the room.
That's funny.
I love how he overreacted, but at the same time, I was like, I wish I never found it, because I was like, now I know like how he's gonna act when it comes to that, so I can't joke about that with him. I was just like, I'm disappointed in him. But even then, that's the craziest things I found. Nothing too serious, nothing too big.
Speaking of the mail, my desktop broke the other day. So sorry if like the quality of our podcast and Let's Plays kind of dip a little. We'll try to fix it and stuff. Like, I'm supposed to be receiving a package for my warranty, and then I have to send in my desktop, let them figure out the problem. Which, I mean, I already know what the problem is, and I could have fixed it by now, but no.
Oh, definitely, it has to be there.
Like, if I fix it, if I fix it, it's basically like I'm just paying to fix it, and then if they fix it, it just uses up all my time. So I'm not gonna be able to play any video games for like a week or two.
Yeah. How will you survive?
I don't know. I have to actually
go on.
Actually, I have to actually go outside.
Interact with
I have to
people.
play with my dog.
Dun, dun, dun.
No, it's kidding.
Oh, how is your dog?
He's all right. We spent a little bit of time yesterday. Just like how I made that joke earlier, how I can't put my lawnmower engine together again. Yeah. I was doing that last night, and I just couldn't figure it out.
Oh, you were trying to put it back together?
I feel like there's a piece missing.
Oh, like you can't find it anymore?
Yeah, because there's like I know where the little throttle is supposed to be located on the lawnmower, because I remember how the lawnmower looks. But like when I bolt it onto the place where it's supposed to be, it's just like an open throttle.
What the fuck?
And I don't know if it's supposed to be open or not. And I'm just like, I don't know.
You can't research that?
That's what I'm looking up. But it's an old lawnmower. Like we bought it when we moved into that house, like in 2000.
Oh damn! Yeah, that's way back there.
So it's pretty old, and I don't want to like take apart the other lawnmower just to figure out how this lawnmower works, because then we just won't have a lawnmower
at all.
This is why we just need to buy goats or sheep.
Just to have them graze on your lawn.
Yeah. And then Ollie can herd them.
And once one of them doesn't do their job or it gets too old, then you gotta chop them up and eat them.
Yeah.
Sorry for all those vegan people out there. If anyone's listening, we apologize, but we're carnivores. We like meat. Not that type of meat. Get your mind out of the gutter.
Yeah. Otherwise, Ollie's cool. Like when I was trying to put the engine back together last night, Ollie was just chilling by my side.
Oh, that's what's up.
He was just hanging out, and yeah, it's pretty nice. Because like he's like a 1-year-old cattle dog, so he has a lot of energy, a lot of spunk, and just to see him like kind of just chillax and hang out, it's pretty nice.
Yeah, exactly. You know, he's able to control himself as long as he's with you.
Even then, he's crazy, man. Like literally every problem that you can have with a dog, he has it.
What?
Yeah, he has like dog aggression. He's like aggressive towards little kids. He used to chase cars when he was a puppy. He chases bikes.
Oh man.
He's not house trained.
Oh, true. Well, I mean,
but we're working through all of them.
You're actually trying to train him?
Well, I want to get him housebroken, at least so that way, like when I move out of my parents' house,
you can just take him
into
an
apartment, like I can just bring him with me, and he can like poop and pee in one little section.
Yeah.
But other than that, like he's a sweetheart. He's a good dog.
Speaking of that, I remember reading up a funny story on Instagram where someone stated that I think there was a goat, that they had a goat in their family, and the grandma came in and they were trying to house train the goat. So every time the goat peed in a designated area where it's supposed to pee, the grandma would give it a treat, and the goat got so used to the fact that every time it peed, it got a treat, that now every time it sees the grandma, it just automatically starts peeing.
God. That's horrible. That sucks.
Oh man, that story got me the first time.
See, but goats are cool because like I think they're kind of like rabbits where they poop in little balls.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so their poop is easy to clean up. And plus, it's all grass, so it's just like fertilizer.
Oh, true. I saw a video where a guy got an alpaca. Ooh. And it was just like hopping around chasing him. Aww. And it looked fun. Honestly, it looked really fun.
I know. I've seen videos of like people with those miniature cows. Mm-hmm. The red heifers or whatever they're called.
Yeah, the little furry cows.
Yeah, they're so cute. I want one.
They look very playful too. Like, I know. Oh man.
But yeah, I was thinking about that too because, like, so cattle dogs, they're like estimated to live anywhere from like 10 to 14 years. Mm-hmm. It's a pretty long time, but if you keep your dog healthy and active, you could easily get like 18 years out of the dog.
Oh, nice.
And I was thinking about it, like if I round it out to 20 years, like I'm about to turn 22, and 20 years from now I'll be 42. Yep. And like basically everything in my life, every major event that would happen in my life, like my dog will be with me through all of them, and it's just like mind blowing.
Yep, because it's all just a transitional phase of your life, like where you're trying to figure out where you're gonna live, who you're gonna be with, what you're gonna do, that type of stuff.
Yeah, like first jobs, first cars,
breathe, how you're gonna shit, how you're gonna eat.
Yeah. But I don't know. I plan to do a lot of activities with Ollie. Like I want to go camping.
Ooh, that sounds
maybe
fun.
Maybe like really hardcore camping where we have to like trap our own food.
Ooh, like no canned food or anything to take with you. It's just like straight up hunting.
Yeah, but I gotta get into shape for that first.
Oh, and Holly could go like chase after the whatever you shot.
Yeah.
Would you use? What do you prefer, guns or bow and arrows? If you were going hunting like that.
Well, there's too much trouble to bring a gun. Like you have to like get a permit, and it has to be the proper season for whatever you're hunting, and
you don't need a permit for
stuff.
Bow and arrows?
No, I don't think so. Like in certain parts, yeah, but for the most part, like bows and arrows are just considered like recreational toys.
Oh, I see. Don't you need a permit to go hunting? Like it doesn't matter.
You
like,
still need a permit to hunt. You have to get approved by like Game and Wildlife.
Yeah.
Stuff like that. It has to be like in a proper area. You can't just go to like the Los Angeles forest and start killing rabbits.
Exactly, because some of them might be endangered and you don't know, and it could just be fucking them over.
Yeah, but I don't know. Seems fun. And for the most part, I'd probably just like go fishing.
Yeah, that's always good.
Because I like fishing.
I want to go to the fish. I want to go fishing, and I want to go to the fish market, the LA fish market or San Pedro fish market.
Yeah, we talked about
Two
this
things.
also.
Yes, I really want to go. I really need to go get some fresh tuna or some salmon.
Yeah, I have a lot of plans with my dog.
It sounds great too. I mean, you have years to plan all that stuff and prepare for it, and it's just
definitely
awesome. It's gonna be good. Hope it works out for you, Jonah.
Yeah, you can come along too. We go.
I want to be all by myself.
You're gonna be doing these podcasts by yourself while I'm in the mountains?
Yeah, without a dog. I'm just gonna be here and be like, hey everybody.
You can take care of Barry while I'm gone.
Hey, oh, Barry's a crazy dog.
Barry's crazy.
She gets so excited. Gets up too excited. Yeah, I'm down. I mean, I love dogs. I love animals.
Are there any other things you want to talk about?
Yes, I would like to talk about. Well, actually, no. Just a little quick segment that I wanted to talk about. Have you seen the new Five Nights at Freddy's 6? Or do you follow any Five Nights at Freddy's games? Or anything like that?
I know there's a new one out, but I don't follow them.
You don't follow them at all?
No.
So at first, I really liked Five Nights at Freddy's just because I thought it was like a really cool game, you know, horror, jump scares type of stuff.
Yeah.
And then I constantly keep hearing people complain that it's like a kids game now. That like just because the marketing was focused more towards kids rather than like the teenagers that were watching it, people just started assuming that it was a kids game. And then now, you know, anyone I ask about it, they're like, oh no, like why would I watch that? It's not wasting my time or something like that, you know. But mainly what I just wanted to talk about was just to see if you saw the new game. Me personally, I don't look at it as a kid's game. I actually still see it from like the first game. I see it as a horror game, and I mainly just watch it because the story is so intriguing. It's so like it has such a deep story, and people are just trying to piece it all together because it's like, you know, you don't get the full story from each game. It's all scattered, and you have to like piece it together.
I mean,
stuff.
Like I know about Five Nights at Freddy's at like a very surface level. But like to try to piece together story and lore from a game like that, like I don't see how. Like I know I played a little bit of I think Five Nights at Freddy's 2, and it's like the lore is you're just like this new guy who works security at a pizza place, and the robots come alive at night and try to eat you. And it's like, how do you get lore? How do you create like this super in-depth story from that?
Well, you find out who created the animatronics.
I was gonna say like unless they go freaking is it Resident Evil with the red umbrella core?
Is it? Well, oh, you mean just the umbrella core?
Yeah. Let's just go like that route, and you like start experimenting with AIs and creating mutants and things like that.
Oh no, it's actually like they're haunted animatronics. Like it's actually like souls of little kids trapped inside. They're trying to like the reason why they try to kill you is because they thought you were the one that like killed them.
No.
So it's like it's really I mean, if you're ever interested, just watch like a video from like Game Theory. This is a YouTube channel. He's the one that's trying to piece the one that I watched that he's trying to piece the story together. Another channel I've seen. Well, actually, no, I don't remember the names, but I've seen multiple channels that are like piece together the story fairly well. Like they just, they're wrong in some certain areas, but they're the only reason why I keep wanting to watch the games, because I watch the gameplay and I watch someone play it and I'm like, okay, cool, jump scares here and there, creepy feeling, whatever. But then what I'm truly excited is whenever they're gonna release the theory video about it, just so I can like learn what's new to the story.
Oh, I see.
You get me? So it's kind of like reading a book. You're waiting for the next novel to come out to like finish what's gonna happen or what happened in the last story.
Okay.
That type of stuff. But yeah, I just want to throw Finance and Freddys in there, see that if you were interested or not.
Yeah,
what's your position in it?
I don't know. I play a lot of. I'm down to play a lot of games, and just yeah.
Well, anybody, just let us know what you guys want to see us do on this channel, or what you guys want to hear us talk about. Let us know in the comments below. Don't forget to like and subscribe. It really helps out a lot. We appreciate you guys and everyone out there. We love you. Don't forget. Jolin, anything you want to say before we sign off?
For those of you who don't like cars, comment why you don't like cars. If you do like cars, tell me what's your dream car, what's your favorite car.
If you have any questions about cars, I'm pretty sure Jolin could answer them for you.
Yeah, just I like talking cars with people, so comment below if I got any information wrong, or you think any of the cars that I mentioned are trash. Let me know why.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, that's all I have to say.
All right, see you guys on the next podcast, and hopefully you guys enjoy. Have a good day and stay beautiful.